Gunline. Fire mission coming down. I'm your host, Lopez, and you're listening to the Midweek Memo for September 22nd, 2020. I don't know how the fuck we've made it so far down this fucking road of COVID, plus Kobe, plus fires, and all that good shit, but here we are, mid-fucking September. Can you believe that shit? And on the line with me today, I have my co-host, JC, Cruz, and he's going to be shooting the shit. Well, not shooting the shit. He'll be just chilling over here with us on the Midweek Memo. He is going to be my guest co-host today, so give him a good Gunline welcome. I don't know what the fuck that means, but anyways, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Doing well, man. Just ready to get into some of these hot topics, all right? Like, I saw some good ones. I saw, who was it? Somebody brought up stinky people on Facebook. I think that's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, let's just dip right into that shit, man. Before we go there, I want to tell y'all for last week's Shoot the Shit episode, I had a great episode with Roberson, our commo guy. Unfortunately, I didn't hit record correctly, and it didn't record, so I ended up doing my own Shoot the Shit by myself, and nobody listened to it. Surprise, fucking surprise.
Hey, I watched it on Facebook.
I appreciate. No, well, see, that's the thing. I didn't do it there. I got rid of it. I ended up redoing a whole new one.
Oh, no. See, I saw the live thing on Facebook. I didn't know you did another thing in addition to that.
Yeah, dude. So I did a whole new one. The ones from Facebook, I deleted them. And then on Saturday, I just said, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and do one. And I did a Shoot the Shit of myself as far as like people learning about me, my background. And, you know, so, hey, if you guys want to go ahead and pay attention to that, go on up there, check it out on YouTube. It'll be me rambling for about an hour, but it's the story of me. I guess y'all motherfuckers don't like me. That's what it is.
Hey, I appreciated the honesty from your Facebook Live video, though.
Hey, man, dude, that took a lot of balls to bring that up.
I'm going to be honest. I was taking a shit, just scrolling through, trying to find something. Then I popped on that. I was like, let me check this shit out. Let's see what's going on here.
Well, there you go. Well, a lot of people don't know what you're talking about, but we'll keep that under wraps for now because starting in October, I'll bring that shit back up. But anyway, yeah, dude. So that's what happened with the Shoot the Shit on Saturday. I ended up doing it alone. And if that was the confusion as to why motherfuckers aren't listening to it, go watch it. It's a whole different one. It's me by myself, and get to know me a little bit. But yeah, we'll go ahead and move on from that. So from the fucking Facebook, I did see that people wanted to discuss some certain topics. And one of those topics was stinky motherfuckers. All right? Stinky motherfuckers. And let's see. I'll read you the question. It says, the worst smelling person you have ever encountered. Do you recall who that was? Whether it be active or in civilian life?
The stinkiest I've ever been around, I don't even know their name. They were a stranger, okay? I was in I told you I used to recruit in Eastern Kentucky. I had to go get blood work done. And so Eastern Kentucky is a very poor area, very like, it's pretty bad, all right?
Worse than the rest of Kentucky?
No, you don't want to. It was weird where I used to live, and just a real quick change, it used to have a booming middle class because it was one of the few places like these coal countries where they were just doing well. Then the coal shit shut down, and now it's poor, man. I'm telling you, it's one of the worst I've been around. Okay, like people want to talk about not having opportunities. These motherfuckers there,
dude. So real quick, it reminds me of Cunningham, how he was from Kentucky, and he was telling me, yeah, there's places in Kentucky where there's rich people, and I'm like, is that where they have their double wides?
Hey, you fuck around. Before the Army, I dreamed of a double wide, man. So anyway, I was there, and there was this big lady in there, and it's a full of people. Maybe that's just my bias, assuming it was a big fat lady. But she was big. She was big, I right? So anyway, I'm not kidding when I say it smelled like she took a shit right next to me.
Ew.
It was so, I had to sit like this the whole time, and it would still get through my hands. Like the smell was fighting my hands and getting to my nose. And I was afraid to open my mouth because I didn't want to taste it. And then if I talked out, I kept blowing out to make sure the shit didn't get stuck in my mouth or something.
Right.
so fucking bad. It was like, you got to know you smell like absolute shit right now.
Dude.
That was by far the worst that I've seen.
Was it BO as well, or just it smelled like she took a shit?
It smelled like shit. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It smelled like someone took a shit right there.
Dude.
It was bad.
The smelliest person I think I've ever encountered was by far my Soldier Brown. Oh, Casey Brown, if you're hearing this, yeah, you motherfucker. I drop his fucking name because he's a piece of shit. Anyways, so this jackass, grown man, right? You know, you got to be over 18 to join the military, or 17 or over, but you have to be a man to join a military. So I try to treat my soldiers, you know, a little bit differently. I try to not micromanage them, and it backfired big time. You know how when we go to the field, they give you a fucking huge packing list of shit to take to the field that we never fucking use?
Yeah.
Okay, so I told these jokers, look, man, I'm not going to fucking do a layout. I'm going to trust you. We're going to the field for 2 fucking weeks. Pack right. That's all I have to say. Pack right. You know what I'm saying? Wet weather gear, change of clothing and socks and fucking and uniforms and underwear and t-shirts. Your usual basic shit. You know what I mean? You know, the just in case gear. I don't need you to bring your fucking your fucking, what's it called? Your Polypros, your waffles. I don't need none of that shit. Just bring your basic shit you need. This motherfucker Cruz, I tell you, 3 pairs of socks for 2 weeks.
You motherfucker.
He brought 2 uniforms for 2 weeks. Now, we're field artillery. We don't fucking have showers. We don't have washers, dryers. We don't have none of that shit. I mean, it would have made sense if this motherfucker would have brought some goddamn Tide or some shit. None of that, dude. This motherfucker smelled so ratchet. We were I had him in the ammo humper on our other Humvee on the other side of the fucking net, bro. This motherfucker, when he took his boots off, you could smell that shit going down the gun. Oh. I mean, it was like, you ever seen, what was that on Charlie Brown? There was that one motherfucker that followed him with the flies and shit. That was him, bro. That was fucking him. This guy, his feet stank like a bitch, bro. Oh.
There's something so potent about stinky feet too. Like, that shit burns your nose when it hits you, man. It's so like,
I mean, dude, and just thinking about it, it smelled like fucking like Doritos mixed with Cheetos. It was just fucking mixed with wet dog. It was just nasty. And then he was a fat fuck. So, you know, you add that into that shit. You know, this guy, dude. Anyway, he was garbage. Then he was garbage on his way out, and he's probably garbage still now. I'll put it to you like this. He's the type that claims PTSD on the 4th of July when he never saw action in his life.
Hey, he puts that shit on Facebook too. Yes. Not just his, he puts it on 4th of July was rough this year. It really got me.
Bro, he is, because that's what got me even more on my nerves. A couple of years ago, that fool posted that on his Facebook, apparently. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, the only time you fired your weapon in country was at a range.
Yeah.
That's it. And then we had to take your fucking bolt away anyway because your wife was fucking pounding every other motherfucker in Fort Carson. And then you wanted to think you're offing yourself. And then he tries to off himself by slicing the top of his arm.
What the bro? What type of fucking attention seeking? Oh my God. That's like some shit these 15-year-old kids do nowadays.
Yes.
Which I run into a lot of that, by the way. But
I'm sure you do. But dude,
man.
Guy, woof.
Hey, Freeman used to be pretty bad in the field.
He was worse than Freeman.
Oh God, it's so much.
I'll take a Freeman over a Brown any fucking day.
Dude, that shit would bug me. Like, if it smells so bad, especially like, you just get mad. You get mad that somebody smells so fucking bad. Like, what the fuck is, dude? So I get these kids all the time, and I got to go pick them up, and they stink up the whole fucking car. I've had a kid stink up my whole office before. He was just real fucking one of those real hillbilly type kids out here, you know?
Yeah.
Stunk up the whole fucking office. Like I'm smelling myself. I'm like checking.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this motherfucker I have a big office, man. This motherfucker stunk the whole thing up.
Let me ask you though. I mean, is it just their BO or was it lack of hygiene that they had? Because some people would actually have a fucking problem where they excrete nasty fucking smelling shit. You
Oh,
know?
oh yeah, it was both. You
Ah,
could tell he didn't shower. Like with the way the motherfucker came in, like he's the type of guy who makes moonshine in the backyard, that type of family.
yeah.
Like it was,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. We're going frog gigging this weekend and some shit like that. It was like, which don't get, like I said, I grew up in Tennessee, but I'm not like, but like, we were still clean. We weren't like, like you ever seen Deliverance? That type
Yes.
of motherfuckers, they just rape people whenever they rape some random person they find.
Dude,
But
and shout
sometimes,
out to A Bear, because that was a good shout out to A Bear right there. Frogging. Oh fuck, man.
Rogging, dude. Um, it's what was I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there's some bad ones, but it, it's like at some point, no, you gotta know you smell. You gotta realize you're the only person not buying fucking deodorant, or like it's. It makes me. It just like I said, if they're just so bad, it makes me angry. It makes me angry, especially when I got to pick them up in my government vehicle, and they only give us like little Hyundai Ionics. Like they don't give us big cars,
right.
This stinks up the whole fucking thing, man. And it just you get angry. You just want to get them out of here.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and then of course you send that garbage down in the motherfucking to MEPS and then on their way to the army. That's fucking great.
Hey, you know
Dude,
how it is, man.
dude. Well, check it,
And
dude.
if they smell too bad, the
Mhm.
docs will kick them off the floor.
No shit.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we just talked over each other. There was a delay on mine, but
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool. But yeah, that works, man.
Yeah,
Dude.
the doc will kick him out. I've seen my first sergeant. We had to take a guy to get weighed by my first sergeant. He had to tape him. It was a first sergeant Bennett. He's sergeant major now. But we're in the office, and I was still just a recruiter. I hadn't reclassed yet. I wasn't really in it. He's weighing him. He's like, all right, man, make sure you wash your clothes. You're dirty. You look rough. And make sure you shower. Come be honest with you. You smell like fucking shit right now. Okay. And the kid's just standing there. And I'm off to the side, like, what the fuck? Did he just do that? Did he just right in front? He just like, but no, just straight up, you smell like shit right now. So make sure you clean up before you go.
Well, dude, I mean, and that's a perfect way to move on to the next topic. Um, Kinder, gentler army. Can you say that to a fucking private now since you can't shark attack them anymore? That was the story that
So
I read,
that
and it fucking blew my mind.
it's like you're reading it. Please be duffel bag. Please be our duffel blog. And please be nope. That's I hope that's just like a trial thing. They're gonna try it out and not do the way I like. Okay, two things. Two things. One, when we join the army, that's what we want because most of us saw basic training in movies and we saw shit like that. We know what we're getting into. And
Yeah.
now I have kids now. Like if they don't get that, they're gonna feel like they were cheated out of something.
Yep. And I got a couple of a thread that was going down on the Facebook,
Yeah.
and so let's see. I'll read you what I have so far. Artillery already went this route a while back. No need to criticize the infantry cats for doing the same thing we're leading the way in. So I mean, I don't know if that's happened or not. It didn't happen when we were in.
Well, I think they stopped doing OSET for us. So
Uh
13 Bravos don't do OSET. Now you will do basic training and AIT in Fort Sill, but it won't come down as an OSET contract like it used to.
yeah, that's fucking gay. And
Yeah.
then I have another one. One of my old smokes. He ended up saying the following: I understand society is weak and everybody feel that they are entitled to something, and they believe that their self rights are more important than the laws. Just for that reasons alone, or only, the armed forces need to start considering on maintaining their strictly discipline. That is part of the recipe that make the U.S. Armed Forces the best in the world. So I agree. I think that we need to keep those strict standards because that's one of the ways you would weed out the fucking weak.
I completely agree. So I think what we're having right now, and it's not just happening in the Army. I think we kind of hit this up last time. The Army's
Yeah.
trying to act like the other corporations, but no, we should not be catering to the youth of today. We
Mhm.
can't let shit keep going downhill for the youth and what the 20 somethings that we see. We can't. What happened? No, we allowed this to happen. Don't fucking blame anybody but yourself. Those people allow, and we are catering to them instead of us making them just say, no, just grow the hell up. This is what life is. We are catering to them and trying to find a way to make it easier on them, to make it work for what they already. I don't care what they feel. I don't care. The generation now is fucking embarrassing.
It is. It really fucking is. And I had one of my buddies, he wrote in and he said, if you read the article, it says that the Army is changing to adapt to the new generation. Although I wish they had the same experience that I did, I think that if they don't adapt, they will be left behind. Well, I don't think so, because I'm still sure I'm pretty positive there's still a warrior class out there in the United States. Yes. There still are those that are wanting that Full Metal Jacket experience. Granted, that shit was hyped up as fucking pop, but still, they look for that because they want that discipline. They want that. Mm-hmm. They want to get that fucking chip on their shoulder of saying, "Yeah, I served, motherfucker." You know what I mean?
Well,
it's like part on that, in my opinion, is that the military doesn't want to take in felons or anybody that has a certain any kind of a blemish on their background.
Yeah,
but those are the motherfuckers that'll go out there and fucking bite a bullet too, though.
I actually want to circle back around to what you just said about the people of the Army.
Go ahead, brother.
Accepts. So no, I think that guy's wrong. I don't know him on a person. I didn't see the thread where he said that, but I think he's wrong. We shouldn't be adapting to that. I'm sure you've heard the saying, strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. And that's what we're hitting right now. We're creating weak men and men, women, you get what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah. We're creating weak people, and that's going to create hard times for us later.
Right. And just a quick one, real quick, just a quick fucking caveat to this. We're speaking in general fucking terms, so I don't want to hear none of this bitch made of, oh, he's totally talking about men. No, we're talking about everybody that joins the fucking military. I know some broads out there that can, they're pretty fucking better than fucking some of the men. But
hey, the people who are going to complain about us saying men and just using that general are the same people who are saying we need to cater to young people.
Exactly, dude. Not only that, I mean, keep the women off the gun line, give them their own fucking batteries. But anyways, and on that note, Cruz will be like, let me take a sip of my coffee here.
Yeah, let me get some of this real quick. I'm still in the Army, guys.
A lot of the older cats that were that are putting on here, for example, Sanchez, he went up there. He's like 4 more years and he's fucking done. My homegirl Rissa, she said, shaking my head, thank God I'm retired. And then one of my old Joes, Cats, he said the military is filled with pussies. Next, the military is going to say they can't go to the Middle East because it's too stressful.
I think he's right, because we're creating people who can't handle the stress. They can't handle any of that stuff. No, just let it happen. Let us weed these people out.
Exactly.
I get that we have an accessions mission. We need to have a certain amount of people in the Army, but we're getting the wrong people. Okay. Now the Army, and again, I think we said some of this last time, the #1 fighting force in America. We're okay. So our infantry, artillery, cav, all that stuff, we're the largest. Like right. Without us, we have no defense. We have no real military.
Right.
And the Marines, they're not big enough to cover the slack that's going to come from other people going to Marines, because they see that the Army's getting a soft lifestyle, and they're not getting most of the guys who fill those ranks in the combat arms, they want the hard lifestyle, and they're looking for that, because you choose your own job. Exactly. You know what you're getting when you chose that job. And now we're taking that away from. It's like, I was really upset when some of the stuff that happened to us as privates got considered hazing.
Yes.
So you remember back in the day when we used to get the pin on?
Mm-hmm.
That was a badge of honor. The more people hit me, the more people I'm like, all right, this fucking great. This guy got me too. And yes. I don't know if you were. You weren't there. When I got E4 in Iraq, I was doing that shift down at the Freedom Rest area, the guard shift down there for. So I came back from my promotion, went back. So you didn't get to see it, but it bled through. I couldn't wear those DCUs anymore.
Bro, I was there.
Oh, yeah, you were there. So, because I remember getting the pictures. Fist-sized blood spots coming through my uniform because they got me so much. I was proud as fuck about that.
fucking right.
Because you know what? If I didn't get that many people getting me, I think, man, they must think I'm a shit. They must not even respect me enough to do that to me.
Exactly, dude. And that's the thing. Hazing, we only haze those that we care about or we love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when I got pinned my 4, when I got pinned E4 finally out there in November, I remember, I can't remember who grabbed me from my back and held me, but everybody lined up, and just wham, and the blood pins. It was just something that it's honorable. You know what I mean? I loved it.
Dude, I went to the gym that night. Once I got back to my place, I got in peace. I was still bleeding through later that night. It was still bleeding through my PTs on the uniform. And yeah, man, like, because right now I know, like with me, if I have a shitbag soldier or someone, I'll give him the customary shake his hand. I'm not giving you nothing else. Like, you're a fucking dirtbag, man.
Dude, now you punch him in the chest now or something.
Yeah.
So,
dude, the worst. Hey, by the way, starting to Tividad, who you had on the other a week ago or 2 weeks, that motherfucker, he pulled it out of my chest, put it back in, and moved it around in circles, like on the thing. I was like, what the fuck? That one was rough. He got me rough because it wasn't just a hit. He's just digging it in with his hands. And
I think Maui had it worse though. Remember when he got pinned to E5? His cousin came and put
put that shit on his head. Yeah.
Motherfucker had blood coming down his forehead and shit. He took it like a champ too. He didn't even
he did, bro. Yeah, he took it well, man. I tell you what. And he was related. You're allowed to hit girls you're related to. Like when I was a kid, like it was okay to hit my sister because she was my sister. Right. So that was I remember that. We were in the auditorium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or where were we? She hit that shit. I was like, oh, everyone saw it. Like, whoa, everyone kind of. That's that Samoan shit right there, man.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's why Kowalczyk and I, we had who has the best warriors, and at the end we ended up coming with Samoans. Samoans have the warrior elite right there, dude. They're the toughest motherfuckers because even a small one will beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, you watch out. That's like something I tell my boys because my other boys are talking about joining the Army now, and I'm like, all right, hey, make sure you're careful with the Samoans. That's gonna be one of my last tips I give them before you leave. There's a Samoan guy, just be careful, okay? Because
be his friend, not his enemy.
Yes, you're gonna need him. And you don't want them against you at any time, all right?
Exactly. Because those motherfuckers are the nicest people. If you're in their fucking crew, they're cool as fuck. You go to all their fucking kickbacks, eat all kinds of great food, but you piss one off.
Yeah, you might end up knocked out. You might end up knocked out that night. So
yeah, fucking yeah, dude. It's just a trip that the Army though is getting rid of that warrior class. They're not getting rid of. I mean, honestly, the standards have been going down. I'm pretty sure the same could be said from the generation that came before us and the generation before them, that it's gotten easier and easier. However, you don't want it to be so easy that any Joe Schmo off the fucking street can join. Because if that's the point, then what is the purpose of, I no longer feel like I'm not better, but it felt honorable to do it. Yeah, the Army's open to everybody, but not everybody should be in the Army, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm perfectly okay with them making a difference for where you go, what your MOS is. Kind of like the OSET stuff, you know what I mean? I'm perfectly okay with that, as opposed to, like, I work with a finance person in my office right now. She was finance before coming in. Her Army's completely different than my Army, than what I grew up with. So I guess I can kind of because the Army's huge. Like, when you see how big it is, like, we do everything all the other branches. So I can understand them. But for the combat arms stuff, no, you need to leave. We can't. And again, I'm going to hit back another story that I think I told you when we had a guy in Afghanistan whose chief had to carry the 249 on him up a mountain in Afghanistan because he couldn't do it. It was too hard for him at the time. And no, he should have been weeded out.
Yep. And on that note, you're right. You know what? I'm willing to concede that. I can see that. Okay, so soft skill MOSs, you guys, have your fucking tea parties, but let the combat MOSs train like we fucking fight. That used to be the motto in Delta 122 on the board outside. It said train for war because we knew that's where we were going. There was no if we go, it's when we go,
Yeah.
So you have to train for your fucking job, and your job is to fucking kill. So yeah, they're going to stress you the fuck out because combat has a lot of stress in it. It's a lot of boring times, a lot of boring times, but there's a lot of fucking stress that comes with that shit, that it comes to the point where you don't never realize that you're fucking hyper vigilant all the goddamn time until you're back in country. You know, you're back home and then you realize, holy shit, my level of stress is so high, but I never noticed it because everybody is at that same stress level.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That kind of brought reminds me of something else somebody posted on there. So we're talking about the worst smoke session.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go on. What do you have?
Okay. I'm trying to think. I know one that sucked, and it wasn't really a smoke session. I wouldn't say it was exactly a smoke session, but it was when Sergeant Juarez made us low crawl the fucking hallway at Union 3 all the way to the end and back, like the longest hallway in the fucking world. Like, I don't know how long it was, but it was like the longest thing. Even though it was something simple as that, that was actually probably one of the hardest I had to do was that day.
Dude, I think, I remember that very, very vividly because we had to go from one end all the way. It's easily about 2 football fields long. Back and forth.
People who weren't there and don't know, this was a giant fucking building. It was huge, and this one floor, an entire battery lived on this one floor, and we had to low crawl that entire thing.
And we had the fucking we had the Bach there as well. That's where the battery operations center was in there as well. So I mean, this shit was huge.
Dude, that was rough.
I can't remember any other smoke session, honestly. Because, I mean, I remember my first day in the unit, I got smoked. I remember that. Diaz even brought that up because I showed up late to the motor pool because the battery was located at point A and the motor pool was in point B about a mile away over there by Fort Hood Road. So I had to run my ass all the way back to the motor pool. And then Chief was like, who are you? I'm like, Private Lopez, Sergeant Taylor. He's like, you already fucking up. It's Chief. Get down. Like, God damn. And since I was already late and fucking I called him Sergeant Taylor, that was it. He smoked the fuck out of me day one. Dude, do you remember when that guy Duncan showed up to the unit and they smoked the dog shit out of him because he fell out of a run? Huh?
Big guy, yeah. I remember.
I remember like
I didn't think you were there when you got there, but I guess that was right before you left. Yeah,
that was right before I left. Yeah, dude. I remember he got smoked. Now, the best smoke session I ever gave anyone was this kid named Anthony Davis. All right, he was a very troubled young man in Korea, and he missed formation. So I had my Katusa, which for those that have never been in Korea, your Katusa is he's basically a Korean augmentee to the forces. So, and he was a NCO. He was a Sergeant Che. So I told him, hey, Che, come on. We're going to go get fucking Davis. He's like, okay, Chief. So I told him, go all the way to the 4th floor and wait for him there. So I bring this motherfucker downstairs. I told him, meet me downstairs. He comes downstairs. I told him, double time. Last floor, go. He starts double timing all the way to the top. When he gets up there, Che tells him, back downstairs. So I had him do that about a good 6 to 8 times. Going up and down 4 floors till he was fucking winded. Then I took him all the way to the top floor and I had him fucking run. Stop! Beat your fucking face. Starts just pushing. Get up, run, stop. Do some motherfucking mountain climbers. Start mountain climbing. Dude, I smoked the fuck out of him. And then from there, I told him, all right, you got X amount of time to get to the motor pool. So he ran to the motherfucking motor pool. And when he got there, I didn't want to smoke him anymore. So I just wanted him to learn a lesson. So I had to start doing the dying cockroach. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're on your back?
Yeah, you're on your back and the feet and hands and yeah.
Yeah. So, and I didn't do it in front of everybody. I put him in between the gun and the cat, and I smoked him right there. My smoke came up eventually and told me that was enough. But that was a lesson I'm sure he will never forget. And guess what? He was on time from that point forward.
Yeah, you're not forgetting it. I never forgot some of the times I fucked up. I don't remember what we did. Honestly, I don't remember what we did to have to low crawl that hallway that day. But when I was in the gun and I made a mistake, and Sergeant Landis would make me low crawl around the gun. I didn't make the mistake again, you know? Some of the worst. I remember it was so we were in JRTC, and it was when Sergeant Hunt was the chief. I was the gunner at the time. We were fucking these dudes up like multiple times a day. Like it was just constant. And I remember one of my soldiers almost got into a fight with another one. So I take him out, and we'd already been smoking him a lot throughout that time. I don't know. And I look back, it's like, damn, why were we fucking these dudes up so much? Like, what was going on to make us fuck these dudes up so much? Right. And I'm smoking the shit out of one of my soldiers. And I'll never forget, man, I saw his face, and I could tell he hit this breaking point of what all. And I saw his face, and I saw the look on it, and he stood up, and I was like, fuck. I pushed too hard on this one. And I remember, and I'll forget, like, the way that it happened with him, I kind of took a step back that day, like, okay, maybe I can change up a few things about how I think I let things get out of hand that day, and I shouldn't have pushed that far because we were already fucking him up. He was already having a hard time. And then this happened, and rather than kind of pull him aside and make sure everything was okay, I just started fucking him up. And I'll never forget. Yeah, I'll never forget the look on his face that day. I was like, man, I almost broke this dude just now. He's at his breaking point right now. Let me take a step back. I'm gonna let him go eat and just,
See, and that's cool that you did that. But see, with my guy, he was just a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up is just a fuck up. Now, if it's something like you said, he reached a breaking point, you want to take him to the side, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that's how can I put, like, if it's something repetitive, it's something you want to check up on that. But this motherfucker fucked up too many goddamn times on being late. And it ain't like he has anywhere to go. You're in the fucking barracks in Camp Hovey. Where the fuck are you gonna be at? That's like fucking being AWOL and fucking moving on post. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, though, I did smoke him again. Him and that same guy I almost got into a fight with about a month or two later, because I called him down for formation. These motherfuckers show up. I was like, where the fuck you been? I told y'all to wouldn't be around here. And they got that hard look on their face, like they've been sleeping, like that red, and like there's an imprint. And I was like, they get down. I look at them like, what the fuck? Get the fuck down. They start pushing. I was like, now get the fuck up and look at each other and tell me how I know you were fucking sleeping. They put the wrong tops on, but the other dude outweighed the other one by like 50 pounds. At what point in time did you not realize that fucking top was too small for you, man? Like, you just put that dumb shit on and y'all come down like everything's normal. That was some real Freeman shit right there.
Oh my God, dude. I remember, wasn't there a time where you had to watch somebody's uniform and somebody had to watch your boots? In other words, look at each other because somebody fucked up with their uniform?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember. It sounds reasonable though, because they did come up with some crazy shit for us.
Yeah, that's good old smoke fucking Norwood right there.
Yeah.
Smoke style. Yeah. Dude, the worst, another time that I remember smoking somebody was this one Joe Bambi. He was my driver in Mosul. And this joker thought it'd be funny to take my fucking weapon away and hide it before we went out on mission.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got jokes, huh?
Yeah, he had I told him, look, man, there's a time and place for everything. This was not the right fucking time. No. I was getting ready to go on mission. And the reason I left my weapon there was because I had to go get briefed on some other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It was still right there within the fucking area, within the AO where we were at. But he decided to fucking hide it. Oh, when we got back, my friend, that was the last time he fucked with my rifle. We were doing rifle PT, baby. Up, down, down. Oh, man, I smoked the shit out of him. But,
he should have known better.
But afterwards,
he should have known better and played some game.
He should have. But a lot of times, too, a lot of smoking happen, but also a lot of corrective training. For example, dummy cord. You leave your rifle fucking out in the field somewhere.
Yes.
You're getting that bitch dummy corded to you. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep.
I wonder if it be allowed.
Last one on this topic. The worst one I think I saw. Worst one I think I saw was in Germany. I wasn't a part of it. Okay. It's new privates. Kind of like how when we came to our unit, nothing but brand new people. Brand new privates come to the unit, and I remember this kid. Gomez, I think was his name. He shows up late. Okay. And we're like, I guess they said, he's shaving or something. He probably overslept, but they told us he was shaving. Whatever. His chief he loses his fucking shit. So we go on a run, and he starts smoking the fuck out of him. He stays behind smoking him. Okay. Low crawling and shit like that. And we get back and he's just finishing up. Okay. So it's going on the whole time during PT. We come back and I'll never forget, there was the grassy area. There was a big hill kind of went down. There was this big grassy area behind the battery. He had low crawl. He'd made him go through so much low. There were trails like in the fucking grass that just kind of stayed there for over a week because he was low crawling and he fucked him up so much. It looked like it was a part of a normal trail people would walk. What used to be normal grass. He fucked him up that much. I was like, God damn, he.
Sometimes
this guy's like, man, but you know, that's what I got. Yeah, but then you know we're all like, Spat got his ass. He got him. You know.
Hey, dude. I mean, sometimes motherfuckers. That's the only way they'll learn. You know what I mean? Like, and I think we discussed it last time. You know, sometimes a good smoking, get a motherfucker right, better than putting it on paper. You know, because not everything needs to go on paper. You know, I'm not going to smoke you and then put you on paper. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to smoke you or I'm going to put you on paper. If I put you on paper, it's because I'm starting the paperwork to get your ass out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yep. Sometimes you just gotta remind some motherfuckers what's up. And I did that a couple times in Germany. It's like, so y'all want to leave your shit a mess? I'll be here at 0:02. You better make sure this bitch is empty. All right, you do a little GI party, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So let me come in this room. And I remember, I think at one time they were all getting like, there's a lot of Germany's crazy. Same thing with Korea, I'm sure, with the drinking. People getting out of control and shit like that. So, okay, you let me find alcohol in your room. Only way for me to make sure there's no more alcohol in here is for you, you know. And it was just like just to wake them up, like, okay, maybe we need to get right. You know.
You know, some people never didn't have that they probably didn't have that leadership before that. They probably had that fucking NCO that wanted to be cool and, you know, and just partied with them all the time. And they didn't have that structure and that strict NCO that, hey, I'll be cool with you. However, when it's work time, it's fucking work time.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's one of the camaraderies that we had in Korea that, you know, I mean, I went from fucking specialist to E5. And so there were some ties that I had to sever. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we live in the same fucking area. So, yeah, we still party together. Hell, some of them saved my ass a couple of times. You know, I don't know how I didn't get fucking demoted, bro. I did some dumb shit in Korea. And, but yeah, dude, fucking, they had my back. But they knew time to work is time to work. And it's either Lopez on the weekend and Sergeant Lopez at work. You know what I mean? So, yeah. That has changed apparently as well from one of my buddies I was talking to, man. But let's move on to a different topic I got for you. Since we were talking about you know, all the MOSs that the Army has, what the fuck is the purpose of a Cav Scout? I mean, what the fuck is their purpose? I mean, honestly, either be infantry or what the fuck is their purpose, bro? I don't understand. We don't have.
I don't know.
This to go out and scout shit, and the infantry does that already anyway, don't they?
Yeah, it's not okay. So I have to hear this argument a lot because I have actually my last couple I've had infantry and scout in the same office, and you know what's funny? The common thing around the Army is saying bag scout, you know, stuff. Everyone making gay jokes towards Cav Scouts. Everyone makes gay jokes towards scouts, and that's just I don't know. It's just caught on easy. I don't know why we have them. Like, I don't know, like, what they're not reconning they're not fucking doing any of that stuff. And we're saying, being artillery, we've always been, I remember in Fort Hood, like, they were, like, right next to us. They were always next to us. We always did a lot of stuff together. So, I don't know what they do either. I don't know. And it's, what's so, you know, their SLC and everything went to Benning, too.
Okay.
So they're right there with the infantry now, like with the training, with their NCO Academy, all that stuff.
Okay, then get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
There's no reason. You're either a Bradley fighting crewman or your armor. Cav Scouts, you're either fucking armor. Dude, Cav Scouts, get rid of that fucking MOS. They're useless. You know what's another useless MOS? 13 Fox. 13 Fox. Get rid of that shit because that's why you have infantry already. Those motherfuckers should know how to fucking read a goddamn map and fucking call a fire mission.
Yeah,
if they got the bombs on top of themselves, that's their fault.
And all of us, like even before we deploy, we all have to go call for fire. We all have to go through those classes and do everything else. So, yeah, I see 13. I have an infantry guy in my office. He brought up the same thing. Like, why do we even? Oh, he's a mortarman. Like, I don't even know why we need 13 foxes. We all do that shit. We do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so yeah. And I remember our 13 fox, which he was legit. He was really good. But it's like, oh well, I think everyone here can do that. You're another guy who can't be put on guard. You can't do any details. You can't do anything because you're our only 13 fox. But realistically, we can all do exactly what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Dude, they trained that shit in fucking WLC. I remember when I went to WLC, they taught us how to fucking call for fire. All right. You know, drop 50, fire for effect. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that difficult. So get rid of the fucking Cav Scouts. They're useless. Get rid of the fucking fisters. They're useless. I mean, either become a 13 Bravo or a Delta. I'm sorry, you're a Juliet now.
It's Juliet, yeah. It's like I remember I want to say it was starting Natividad I went with when we were at NTC. We went to a class on calling for fire with like helicopters and stuff like that. We had to go through it. We all had to take a turn calling for fire on there. And it's like, okay, well, the fuck again, what the fuck I need this 13 Fox for? If you're making me do this and certifying this, then what do I need this guy for?
Right. And then you got the jack of all trades, the fucking 13 banger. You know, we do everybody's job, but they can't do ours. Because in the daytime in Mosul, I'd be out patrolling, going on nice little fucking foot patrols in the fucking nasty ass areas of Old Town fucking Mosul. And guess what I did at nighttime? I jump in my fucking Paladin and go to a fucking firing point and shoot fucking rounds from there.
That's the same thing I say. Like, I can do your job, but you can't do mine. That's kind of so I was reading trying to remember what it was. So it was a report written. Now, this was a few, like a retired general and a couple colonels had written this report. And I remember part of the report was an artillery battalion does all the duties. Just our battalion alone does all the duties of an entire brigade combat team. That we have to all these different detachment, different companies and battalions that we have in the brigade combat team are all covered inside of a artillery battalion. We have to do all that stuff. So it was basically, it was a report on just how diverse artillery is.
Yep. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, that's why we're the fucking king. So basically, get rid of keep infantry, keep artillery, get rid of everybody else. They're useless.
That's no. Since you bring it, why do we even have Marines?
Because the Navy needs fucking infantry.
The Navy needs combat arms.
Exactly.
What is like 56,000 active duty? We have more infantry than they have. Period. I might have just made that number up.
I'm pretty sure you did, because I'm pretty sure they're like in 100,000.
My ass. Okay, so
because they're a corps. I mean, they're a corps. You know,
I don't know.
That's all they are. They're a corps. So how many are in 3 corps? I mean, whatever we have in 3 corps, that's the Marine Corps. So
I don't have my other.
That reminds me, if fucking Marine. Oh god damn it! You just brought up one. I don't remember if it was our first deployment. I think it was, and we were. I think you and I went on leave differently. But when I went on leave, I was at the smoke shack, right? Out there in Ali Al Salim, I think it was. And fucking I see this fucking jarhead come, and he fucking sits down with me, and we're taking a fucking smoke, right? And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm going on leave right now. Oh, I'm getting ready to go home. I stayed extra. I've been here 7 months." And I was like, "Oh, okay, right on, man. You know, where were you at?" He's like, "Oh, over in Fallujah." So I'm thinking, "Oh shit, Fallujah, 06. It's a pretty rough area. You know, Fallujah was pretty fucked up." I was like, "Damn, man. So what do you do?" He's like, "Oh, I work in computers." This motherfucker was IT, bro.
Dude, that is like okay. So I work with like so we work with the Marines. I don't work with them, but like as a recruiter. So we're always around and we all talk. Now, one thing I want you to, so I think I may have says so they don't send their combat arms on recruiting duty.
Okay.
So every single Marine recruiter is some sort of support. They're typically mechanics, stuff like that. But it's so aggravating. They act like they're not. Like when they get in the schools, they act like they were doing some shit. Yeah, man. I can't really talk about what we did on the deployment. I have no shit. I heard this one Marine. I can't really talk about it. Yeah, that's because you're a fucking rigger. He was a rigger for the Marines, which I don't even.
I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
And let's make sure it's Rigger, all right? With
for everyone listening, for all you, please don't report me. It's Rigger, okay?
Well, dude, the reason he can't talk is because he has nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the worst thing. You only see that in the Marines, man. You don't have to deal with that with the other branches. Even in the Army, you don't. Like most people who did whatever job they had, oh yeah, I was a mechanic over there. They'll tell you, but not a Marine. They will pretend like they did something they didn't. Or if you ask them what their MOS is, they'll say, oh, I was a Marine. Okay, that's how you know he was support and not something else, because he'll respond with that instead of infantry, Cav, or whatever. But a tanker or whatever, if they say I was a Marine, okay, you were like a cook then. Right. You always know, but it doesn't matter. They'll always tell you like, my mom was who came into the bank because they could not wait to tell everyone there that they used to be in the Marines.
Oh my God, dude. Fuck them putos, man. Fuck them. They're just, all they are is Navy infantry. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they
are.
Pretty
much what it is.
Other than that, I mean, they're no better than, ooh, my boot camp is 3 months. Ooh. So the fuck what?
Look, so their boot camp, and which, again, like I said, we did OSET. So we were there for 4 months, okay? But either way, their boot camp, it's 12 weeks total. But 2 weeks of that, which is like 2 weeks longer than ours, is like our full week of it is boot camp, is Marine history. Like that indoctrination starts good with it. I'm not kidding. It's Marine Corps history. That's what they do for an entire week.
Damn.
One of the guys who works for me, he's a prior Marine. He switched over to Army.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like that's all it's Marine Corps history and shit like that. So even though they are there for more time, they don't actually do as much stuff as we do in basic training.
Dude, I remember in basic training we had 1 full week of the fucking 50 cal and the Mark 19. Holy fucking shit! I tell you what, day one, Josan Cabrera was like, "Hey, privates, today you guys get to fuck around with the 50 cal and the Mark 19. And we're like, yeah. Tuesday, hey, privates, guess what we got? The 50 cal and the Mark 19. We're like, yeah. Dude, by Wednesday, we're like, can we get rid of this fucking 50 cal and Mark 19? We were tired of that shit.
What I think that was, the reason why I say, and I probably could just easily ask someone and find out the truth, but the reason why I think is because we did OSET with the Fisters and the Deltas.
Yep.
And I don't know if you remember if it was, but they went to school for that whole time, and we only did like every other day because their stuff was they had so much more stuff to do. So I think that they used to give us that 50 cal Mark 10 because you remember they're like 2 days a week. All you did was take it apart and reassemble. And they were just doing that to kill time because those other guys were out doing their training and we weren't doing a fucking thing. Because realistically, ours only took like 3 weeks of training, but we were there for 6 weeks because they mixed us with the Deltas and the Fisters.
I mean, honestly, dude, our job could be learned in 1 week. Load, fire, clear. That's too fucking easy. The rest you learn at your unit. They had fun with us. All they wanted to do was see who could put the collimator up faster than anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like they're trying to, I don't know if they're trying to make it fun, trying to keep them motivated, do some dumb shit like this. But dude, I remember they shell fuse combinations. They didn't talk. I didn't know what that meant until I got to the unit. Like, because, like during the classroom portion of anything in our AIT or if that's OSET, whatever you want to call it, like first 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah. After that, I'm thinking about some fucking, man, I can't wait to get home and do some shit. I had no idea what shell fuse combinations were, and I would try to guess some shit. Like, I had no idea, but I paid attention when it was time to learn to shoot.
Right, exactly.
I learned to do that right.
I mean, honestly, and then I went through fucking in wintertime. In fucking Fort Sill, Oklahoma in winter fucking blows balls, bro. So there were a lot of activities that we couldn't do because it was frozen. So we had a lot of time to clean, and the red book. Read the red book.
Mm-hmm.
So, fucking A, dude.
You graduated I graduated in December 9th. When did you graduate?
I got into basic November 24th of 04.
Yeah, so you had the worst part. I only caught the end of the last part of mine was winter, like that red leg challenge, which was fucking miserable. But yeah, because it was kind of rain and freezing at the same. It was like mixed up rain, then freezing at night, then rain, and so I remember with the little those old stove heaters in the middle of the tent that we were staying in.
Yep.
Fucking. So okay, Hey, one thing I wanted to circle back around to, and this is something that bothers the shit out of me, okay? You're talking about the people you joining the Army with all this other shit. So the Army is not like it was when we joined.
Right.
No idea how fucking hard it is to join the Army now. We are the hardest branch to join right now.
Harder than the Air Force?
Yes. Oh, they're way easy. They can get waivers approved from their company commander.
What the fuck?
So we are the hardest branch. I've lost 3 people. I've given them to the Navy. They go to the Navy. They'll hook you up.
No
or
shit.
Air Force, because they can get all these drug waivers. It kills me. And even as a recruiter, so we have to put in more people than anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So in our regulation, I just read a news report about this. So it's there, like people are taking notice,
I gotta get out. Okay. Bye. Close the door.
So that was random as shit.
Yeah.
For anyone listening, not watching, his kid just ran in the background doing cartwheels and shit. So so in the regulation it says if you have this or a history of this, you do not meet the standard. When it says history of this, so if some kid says he used an inhaler when he was 5, you know how many hoops I have to jump through? And it could have been because he had bronchitis.
Right.
I still have to prove that he never had asthma, which is just so you could have something as a little kid and I can't put you in the Army. And it's such a broad term of things that we cannot enlist. I had a guy get kicked out for grandfather died. Grandfather was dying in hospice care whenever he was in basic training.
Mm-hmm.
He a rough time. He ended up getting sent home. He never said suicide. Never said he was going to kill him. Never, but they could tell there was a difference. They said he had an adjustment disorder. Shit like that.
Oh wow, okay.
Now years later, he's graduated college. I forget what he does for work. But it's a decent job. Like he clearly doesn't have a stress issue. They denied his waiver, and I had to send him off to someone else. He was trying to be an officer. I had to send him off to another branch to join. They denied his waiver because he was having a hard time in basic, where his grandfather who raised him had died.
Wow.
Like, are you fucking kidding? Yeah, they denied. I couldn't believe that. I thought that was a slam dunk. This kid was going to get in. Nope. And now I got to break his heart, tell him, hey, I know you did all this work for the sole purpose of being an officer in the Army, but we can't do it now. You're going to have to go over here. I had a kid DQ because he was allergic to kiwi, which I don't think kiwi's used in anything.
Like, wait, the food kiwi or the kiwi?
Yeah, kiwi, the fruit.
Okay, not kiwi for the boot shining, but
no, kiwi the fruit, permanently disqualified for that. So it's ridiculous. We've got to grow our numbers, and the only qualified people are
the bitch.
A lot of them are the people that we talked about earlier. You know what I mean? So the people who just okay, they thought I had ADHD when I was 7. Turns out I'm clear. I haven't been on anything forever. I need 10 years of pharmacy records. I need clearance letters. I need letters from employers, letters from the school.
Or they could just say no. Or they could just say no.
Yeah, that's always the problem. Kids will just fucking say some shit at medicine. Why would you say something so fucking stupid? But it's so they want to hit us up as recruiters. Oh, don't tell them to. What do you want me to do? We wouldn't get a single fucking person in the Army. I'd put in one person a month if we had to. It is so hard to get someone in the Army now. It's aggravating, man. When this shit whenever we get disapproved, we can't put them in, and every other branch gets to put them in.
Right. It's fucking stupid, man. It really is. I mean, it's a giant social experiment that the Army has become, and it's just we won't touch on that too much because you're still active duty, and I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
but I mean, because I don't want you being associated with me and being looked negative upon because of my fucking views. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Dude, it's just horrible. It's horrible that the Army has gone from being a killing machine to now a social experiment. So whatever. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. Hopefully,
it's sad, but yeah, that's just one thing that bugs me. And
yeah, well, no, dude. I mean, what's gonna happen when fucking when China or Russia pop off? Are we gonna have like some sensitivity training towards the Chinese culture so we know what to do and not to do when they're about to kill us? I mean, I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, right.
It's just fucking It's stupid to me.
Thank God that people running stuff weren't running stuff in World War II.
Dude, you know what?
Something like that. Yeah, you know, well, you got it, but you still, yeah.
I got a question for you. Now that we're on this topic,
Can
should
you hear me?
military service be a requisite to be the president of the United States? What do you think, in your opinion?
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, I believe so too.
Absolutely, I do believe so.
I believe that should be one of the check marks, because especially when you're going to be the commander in chief, you need to know what you're going to put those boys through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay. I just wanted to hear your opinion on that.
I think for a lot of things like that, absolutely, military service should be a prerequisite. Don't just show up and I'm going to be president. But hey, one day I organized a food drive. No, that's not the same thing. I think you should have served in the military, something along those lines.
I don't care if you were S1, but at least you'll have an idea of how things should be run in the military, or what the effects would be towards the soldiers. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should be a general. Yeah. I'm saying you should have some kind of prior service, active duty prior service.
Yeah.
Not no fucking reserve, not no nasty girl shit. I'm talking about active duty time. You know, another thing that will be pretty cool? I was reading this somewhere, but I think that officers, the butter bars, before they get that butter bar, they should do 1 year as enlisted. 1 year as an enlisted man, just so they could see the bullshit and could understand the bullshit that we go through as an enlisted. I'm just saying, that way they get an idea, you know, when they're
that way when they become
you got it. You lost your fucking. Well, there we go. Are you on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you now.
Okay, got it. Somebody started calling right as I'm sorry. What? Okay, a battery commander's company. Because that way, when you're a company commander, don't come up with some stupid shit. You were a private.
Exactly.
You knew how stupid this was to all of us. You knew what we thought.
Exactly. Why, dude, I had a battery commander. I'm not gonna lie. This motherfucker, he got us hard. This motherfucker, we fucked up on our movement or some shit. So, and it was bad. So what he ended up doing was doing a move order to this area where there's just a bunch of fucking mosquitoes, and it was just a horrible, horrible place to spend the night at. And that made sure that we didn't fuck up again on our next move. At least that was the way it was explained to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to do certain shit, you know? I just think that being an officer, I think they should get like at least one or 2 years as an enlisted man, just to, they can still get their pay grade as a butter bar, but just so they could get a feeling of what it's like to be an enlisted man, so they could humble themselves.
Yeah, I do a year or two, like make them all do green and gold. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, something like that.
It'll humble them. It'll humble them.
Okay, since you bring up the question about the president, term limits for senators and Congress.
Yes, fuck yes. Senators, congressmen need term limits. These guys have been in there for fucking ever and a half and haven't done a goddamn thing. But you know what? It's not until the recent elections that people have started paying attention to them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody thought that the president is the one that holds the ultimate power.
Mm-hmm.
No, guy, it's the balance of fucking powers. You have the Senate, the Congress, and the fucking it's divided. It's divided for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Now, I'm fucking laughing my ass off right now because of RBG. Since she died, they're trying to bring up, Obama waited. Yeah, Obama didn't have a choice. The Senate was Republican, so they weren't going to confirm no matter who he threw on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can't, it's hypocritical. Yes. But at the same time, if Obama was on his way out and the Senate was ran by Democrats, I guarantee you that there would have been a fucking Democratic motherfucking justice. Now, here's my little fucking my challenge to the POTUS and to the Senate. If you guys are so fucking sure that you're gonna win the goddamn election, let it ride. Let it ride.
Yeah.
Let it ride. Let the people speak. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, since you bring up the thing about RBJ, or what is not RBJ?
RBG.
RBG. Yeah, I'm sorry. I started getting it mixed up with football player. I'm sorry. So since you bring that up, Oh, so it bugs me. Okay, I see so many people on Facebook about it, about her dying, and it's sad. I mean, well, for one, okay, we need to revamp. You shouldn't be 87 serving in any fucking capacity on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, um, but oh gosh, she died. Oh, she was such a hero. You didn't give a fuck about her 5 years ago. You didn't give a fuck about her till just recently. Just shut up. That's how I feel about it. A lot of people are posting a lot of crazy shit on. Um, Again, it goes back to what I say about politics for a lot of people is a religion. And now she's just superhero. And I'm not going to say she did bad things. I'm not going to say she did. I'm not going to say, yeah, she did do a lot of good things. There are a lot of things that were good about her, why people would respect her. But don't act like she was your fucking personal hero all of a sudden. Like, she wasn't. Okay.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm gonna fucking do what first sergeants do to commanders. I'm gonna caveat and piggy off of that. So, yeah. Name one fucking thing that you know she did. I'll wait. Name one fucking thing that you know she did.
Hey,
Because I don't
hey,
know a goddamn thing.
be
I didn't
careful,
even
because you
watch
know,
the fucking movie.
motherfuckers. Hey, you know, motherfuckers listen are hitting Google right now. Then they're gonna come back on Facebook and say, "Ah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got in
exactly, dude.
1986."
Exactly, dude. And you know, it's such bullshit. How is this person your fucking personal goddamn? Oh, she did so much for women. Okay, I'll wait. Without Googling, tell me what she did.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Without Googling, what did she do? And don't go fucking. I haven't watched the
I
movie. I don't care for it. I don't, dude. I don't even know who the fuck she is. I know that she's a Jew because of the last name. That's it. And something about women rights. That's it, bro. Other than that,
look. Here's the problem here. You should have asked this question a week ago, because people already read her Wikipedia page right after she died.
well, dude,
They
she
have an
just
answer. They
died.
already Wikipedia.
She just died on Friday.
That's plenty of time. Hey, that's a weekend. There ain't nothing to do on a weekend but get on Wikipedia. You
That's
know?
true. That's true. You know, dude. I don't know, man. And I'm just gonna laugh at this shit. I can't wait. Now they're talking about, well, we should have somebody in there because it's gonna be a contested election. Well, dude, you're talking about it's gonna be a fucking landslide. Let it ride, motherfucker. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Let it ride. Put your money where your mouth is. You know, you claim to be king shit. Let's see.
Um.
It's just funny, dude, to me. I mean, these motherfuckers act like anybody that's there in power is going to change one aspect of their goddamn life. I've been hearing the same shit for 42 fucking years. 42 years proves I've been hearing the same shit. And guess what's changed? Not a fucking thing. The ghetto's still the ghetto. Motherfuckers that want to move out of the ghetto, get out of the ghetto. Rich people keep getting rich. That's it, bro. The only thing that you can do is for yourself to get out of wherever you're at. And one more thing. I'm gonna fucking say one more thing. If a motherfucker talks proper fucking English, it does not make them acting white. That I just saw this shit earlier on Facebook.
Yes.
Where, you know, because a motherfucker speaks proper does not make them white. Unlearn that shit. That's basically saying that you're dumber than the white people. If you say
Yeah.
talking proper is fucking talking white, then you're saying that you're dumber than white people, like they're superior. That's all I'm gonna say about that, motherfuckers. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's and I talked about that last week. And I remember when we were privates. I don't know if you remember, but I would be told I act white, and I was like, "What the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? I act white? I don't fucking get what you're saying." You know?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a different culture, culturally, you know. And you're right. You're right. I think you act more hillbilly, but you're from Murrayville, so.
Which, by the way, hunting season starts. I already went out to my site yesterday. Hunting season starts Saturday.
Of course you did.
So yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there at 6:00 in the morning Saturday. So I'm pretty fucking excited about that.
I want to go hunting. You know, I do want to go hunting, but I want to do it with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, I do. I'm using crossbow.
Oh,
Right
nice.
now. Yeah,
Nice.
I got a crossbow because it is only bow hunting right now. Rifle hasn't opened up yet out here. Shoot, I wanted to go hunting for the longest time, and finally one of my buddies, non-army buddies, took me out,
Mhm.
and I killed that first buck, and I was like, oh, can't wait to do that again. I cannot wait to do that again. I
Dude,
fucking
before PETA gets all on this shit here, what happens if you don't hit the fucking deer where you're supposed to? Like, how do you put it out of its misery?
So I had a buddy. I guess his wife hit one time. It didn't die. He said he had to walk over, kind of cut its throat. So
But I mean, what if
I
it
had a
runs
bad
away
shot
from you?
last year. Uh, it runs away.
But
You got to try to find it. Eventually, okay, if it's a good enough shot, it'll die soon. It might be a bad shot, so it's not going to drop them, but sometimes they'll die soon. You could look for hours. I hit one last year, bad shot. And it went through him. My bolt went through him, but it
Mhm.
just hit fat and everything. So there's a little bit of blood on there. He
Right.
jumped the fence and got away. So he was probably in misery for a little while, but he lived.
Okay,
More than likely,
now
he lived.
the ones that you hunt, do you eat them or do you just like
Yeah,
use them as
yeah, I
fertilizer?
eat him.
Okay.
Look, I am a man who provides for his family. Okay.
Look, motherfucker, going to the goddamn store does not mean providing for family. But what you
Yeah.
can provide for family, which is good. So,
Yeah. So yes, I will be eating it.
yeah,
I'll eat it. I'll probably bring some to work for the guys in the office, make some jerky out of it. I got some really good upstairs. My buddy gave me some of his that the butcher he went to in Iowa, where they put like cheese and everything into the sausage and stuff, the summer sausage for it. And he had made like the little jerky sticks,
dude,
or like Slim Jim type deals.
you need to get your beaner side. It actually is your spick. You need to get
You
your
spick,
spick
yeah.
side. Yeah, your spick. I'm beaner. Oh, and for those that don't understand, let me break it down for y'all. All right. I don't know if we've done this yet, but I'm gonna
No,
break it down. I don't think we have. Okay, you have a difference between your beaners and your spicks. All right. Let's get this right. Your spicks are the ones that are from the islands, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and any of those other fucking places that don't really count. All right. Those are spicks. Then you got your wetbacks, which would be my people. All right. They South American, Central American, Mexican. All right. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw South Americans in with the spicks. Central American,
light skin too.
yeah. So the wetbacks are the Central Americans and Mexicans. We're the wetbacks. All right. Slash beaners. Beaners are mainly Mexicans because everything's with beans.
But in your case, being south of Mexico, you were 2 to 3 times the beaner.
Yes, I was a 3-time wetback. There's actually a
Yes, yeah.
song called Tres Veces Mojado, which means 3 times a wetback. There's an actual song called Tres Veces Mojados by Los Tigres del Norte, and it's about a guy who left his land in El Salvador to come to fucking America. So yes, we are wetbacks slash beaners, and then the spicks are the South Americans and Islanders. So make sure you get your racism right.
Oh,
right?
by the way, okay. I remember, I'll never forget, one day I was in an EO class, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the lady's up there talking, giving us the whole idea of it's like, what if you're at a cookout and somebody says the N-word and they say this and that, and then the N-word comes up? What do you do? But then in the next example, she says, you're at this cookout and somebody says a wetback. And I was just kind of like, wait a second. So you have no problem saying spick and wetback, but when it comes to the other side, you say N-word.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, okay, well, if I ever have an issue, if it's ever me and a black guy having an issue, I know not to come to you. You clearly put more weight on that. So there was a clear double standard. You have no problem saying spick and wetback,
Yes.
but you, in your example, you couldn't, like, come on, man.
Bro, that's like the comedian. I can't remember which one it was. He was saying that you can't say midget because it's as bad as the N-word. And like, no, it's not, because you're clearly saying midget
Instead of N-word
versus N-word. So we know which one holds a little more weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like those bitches that are saying that,
Yeah.
those Karens saying Karens is the new fucking N-word. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
No.
Karen.
It's but then you got to be careful because now they're quick to call everyone a Karen. Every woman who says, "Oh, it's a Karen." Okay, well, you can't just throw that label on everyone.
It loses its meaning.
Yeah, and that's how racist has become nowadays in America. Like, you can just label everyone, or just because for whatever reason it's so quick to say it, and there's no way to disprove it. There's no way to and if you try to disprove it, that's what a racist would say.
Exactly. Oh, you got how many black friends? How many Hispanic friends? Man, shut the fuck up. Now, do I say racial shit? Fuck yes, all the goddamn time. Does that mean I'm racist? Fuck no, I'm not. So fuck them. Fuck them. Anyways, dude, I think we've hit our time limit for today. I want to do this again. Are you able to do it again?
Yeah, I'm always here for you. Okay.
I appreciate that. But I'm thinking about bringing you on a little more permanent. So
where are we going with this, man?
I just want to know, would you like to, kind of hang out with me a little more on the midweeks? And
yes.
You could contemplate. Don't answer now because you're on the spot. But think about it. If you'd like to be a co-host here, I'd love to have you as my co-host since fucking Kowalczyk dipped out and did his own fucking thing.
So basically, I'm second choice. I have to come in because your first choice didn't work out.
Hey, no, you're not second choice. It's because I couldn't initially. I would want to have all three of us, but you're active duty, so that's why I said take some time to think it over.
It's hard, yeah.
Because us three together, we might have to make this a Patreon because motherfuckers would have to pay to hear the shit we listen.
Cool. And if Kowalczyk's on here, he might get some crazy shit out of me. I might not be so reserved if Kowalczyk's on here. People think that some of the stuff we say might be bad or borderline now. If I got him egging me on and pushing me to fucking, because I think he would. He's the type by the way, if you're listening, Kowalczyk, I'm sorry about last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you guys were supposed to meet up together.
Yeah, then his work, he couldn't get off of work for that one day. Then the next day, I was like, okay, well, I can be at this time. But I think he said he had to leave at a certain time, and I didn't get out till like right before that time. So I'm like, right. There's no way I'm going to have. But I'll be going back down there again for a vote. He and I talked. I'm going to make another chance to go down there.
Well, I don't know if when was the last time you spoke with him?
The 9th, the 11th. The 11th. I remember because that's the day I left Nashville.
All right. So him and I have been discussing some things and getting you involved in it as well. I'll talk to you offline about it though.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, hey, I appreciate y'all for listening here to the Midweek Memo from On the Gunline podcast with my special co-host, possibly permanent co-host, maybe, Cruz over here. And with that said, let's see if you pass the test. Do you know how to close it out?
I feel like I should. No.
Fucking sad. With that being said, y'all, make sure you guys listen up to the motherfucking the Shoot the Shit episode coming up. It's gonna be with Granice. He's coming back on the gun line here to shoot the shit with me on Friday. So y'all be listening out for that one. And then I have my book here, but I'm not gonna look through it. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go listen to the last fucking midweek memo that I did by myself if you want to get to know a little bit more about me. And with that said, man, I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks, Cruz, as usual. You always fucking come in clutch. Love, peace, and hair grease. Rounds complete. And a mission. Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.